I enjoyed singing the songs that we were told to because it was fun and they got everybody interacting with each other.
I enjoyed it. It was quite scary, and I personally wouldn't like to be a soldier after that experience, as I was pretty terrible at everything.
And the punishments were very harsh. They made you hold a rifle and it's like that for ages and ages and ages until your arms are sore.
What I learned personally, and I'm sure these boys learned as well, that in amongst all the doom and gloom there was happiness. Like Sam was saying about the singing, but my favourite story that I heard of the night was in 1914, I think. One Christmas, like all the soldiers got onto no man's land and started having a game of footy, and then they kept doing this every day after it until all the leaders and the sergeants and lieutenants told them to stop, unfortunately, and then the fighting carried on. But I think we could look at perhaps the happy side of war instead of the stereotypical doom and gloom. Yeah.
I'm Harry.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Jack. And I'm Harry. So what I enjoyed at the museum was the taster of what the soldiers actually experienced in the barracks and the trenches. It made me realise how much of a struggle it is to actually have been in the war and stuff.
I found the stories really interesting, particularly one about a man who dove on top of a grenade after he accidentally threw it back into the trench, which kind of represents how they were all brothers in the trench, which kind of touched me a little bit.
I learned how it would have experienced of what it would have felt like to be in the war and what would have happened to you if you didn't do anything wrong.
I was inspired by the term over the top because I think it could make some amazing movements in our dance.
I had a great granddad that died in World War I. He got blown up in a horse shed whilst looking after some horses. So I can relate to what happened in the museum.
You also made a film about it.
I did, yeah. In year 9, I made a film about it in history with some other people who are doing the dance, which is also helpful.
So we would kind of like to incorporate stories like my great granddad kept a diary during the war, which has a lot of depressing details about the conditions they were in. So we'd like to incorporate that into the dance and try and.
In our dance, we want to show people the harsh realities of war, and we want to bring real life stories to the people so they know what happened during the war.
We'd also like to do site-specific dances to take it to different areas and try and educate different people on how it felt.
And obviously the famous phrase "lest we forget," which I personally would quite like to incorporate. It's just to be quite didactic and teach people to learn from history and not repeat the mistakes of the past.
A role I would like to be involved in would be photography and film, as I would like to help record the process of the project for the exhibition.
A role I would like to be involved in would be to teach younger boys about World War I through dance. This is good because I think I'd be good and enthusiastic at it.
I'd like to concentrate on the teaching side and help educate the younger boys in dance and what it'd feel like to be a soldier. I'd also like to help out in making an exhibition at the end of the dance, because I do fine art at college and it'll help develop my artistic skills. And I'd also like to have a look at the financial side of it, because I'd like to see the budgeting of such a big project.